Let me take them and invite them to a next step and put them in my barrel, and I'd find another one. And I'd find another one. And sometimes I'd find one and I'd go, this person's not right. And I wouldn't put them in the barrel because it's important to put really good ingredients in this barrel. Alright, welcome to another episode of Tactical Tuesday. I think this thing is doing what it's supposed to do and going live. But today we're actually going to get right in and focus quickly. But if this is the first time that you've actually been to one of these sessions, please comment and let me know that you're here, either by writing replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you're actually watching it in replay, or hashtag live, and let me know any comments that you've got, any questions, all those good things, because today we're going to be talking about how to get clients on tap. And I'm going to show you in a little model that I actually use to do just that. Now, it's a bit of a conceptual one, it's a bit of a strategic one, but ideally what we're going to be focusing on today is community. How do we actually bring people together in one place so that we don't have to be going all over the place at once? Now, for anyone who doesn't know who I am, my name is Russell Pearson. For the last 25, nearly 26 years, I've been focusing in the space of marketing, sales, and promotion, and I work ideally with experts, people who are very smart at what they do and are looking to simplify their business and also to engage better clients at higher fees. Now, the Clients on Tap process does just that, and so I'm going to get cracking straight into it. Now, about 15 years ago, I found myself in a business which was running a little bit out of control. I was doing a lot of things, and it was like early in the morning before the sun had come up, and I'm driving out to one of these networking events. Now, I go to the networking event. You may have been to one of these before. You see the same old people that you do every week. And they give you a referral of some sort, these little drips that they keep giving you to help you keep afloat. Really, that's what ended up happening. I was going to all these little things like networking functions, doing advertising, doing all these marketing activities just to keep afloat. And you stand up in these things and you introduce yourself, you do a little 30 seconds on what you're all about, and all I can think about is that I'm saying this 30 seconds, I've been told to give it a little spin, make it more interesting so I can gauge more of these referrals, and at the end of the day I'll end up getting these referrals which haven't been great, to be honest. Some of the referrals that I'd been getting were very much a case of, well, this person's going to look after you, and by looking after you they didn't mean by service, they meant that they were wanting it cheaper. Or the other one where someone goes, oh great, a fantastic referral, let me buy you a coffee, and they buy you a $5.50 coffee instead of actually spending real money with you. Pick your brain the entire time. Or you've got the ones where you send out a proposal, and I don't know, I was finding that I was doing a lot of proposals. I don't know if you find you're doing a lot of proposals, but I do these proposals that would go out and then end up just chasing people for 6 months, or they just turn into ghosts and disappear. And so I thought, all these things are going on. I'm standing up there introducing myself to this networking room, and I'm feeling sick to my stomach about like how things have been going. I've got a team that was relying on me at the office. There was 10 people by that point. And I needed to keep looking at ways to just bring more of these drip, drip, drip pieces of leads, little bits of leads, into my business. And so I'm driving back from that event and I'm like, this has to change because I am sick of like running in 100 directions at once, just trying to catch some of these things. And so after that event, I decided to do something different. I'm like, there has to be a better way. And so I found it though. I found a way that's been working really successful for over 7 years now, and I'd like to introduce you to it in just a minute. The question I've got for you is, what if there was a way to just make all this marketing stuff easier and it actually just worked, right? That was the premise that I was sort of working on. Could that be the case? And what I'd found is exactly that. And it's conceptual, but I'll talk into a little bit more of the detail in just a moment. So I'll pull the old board over and we'll have a little bit of a chat to it. All right, so I'm there trying to catch all these drips, these drips of referrals, these drips of leads. They're coming to me piecemeal. They're all over the place in 100 different spots. I'm like, there must be a way I can capture them. And so I created this concept. And the concept was quite useful because it allowed me to contain everything. And so I was able to contain everything in this thing that I call the client barrel. It's a barrel. It's a place where you put your ideal prospects. It's a place where you put your ideal future clients. And the cool thing about a barrel is you can make the barrel however you want it. So if you've got, if you want a whiskey barrel, you can have a whiskey barrel. If you can have a wine barrel, you can have a wine barrel. It really is dependent on how you want to actually build it. And that's the cool thing with this entire concept. It's very much around how you want to build it. So if you're a beer person, build a beer barrel. But the idea is that it's got a little hole in the top, which is where we put things in. And so what I would be doing is, as I go through my work day and as I'm having conversations with people, I identify this person would be an absolute star if I would work with them one day. They've got the sort of business that I want to work with. They've got the sort of challenges that I want to help them with. But I think it's probably a little bit early because they haven't identified any of those challenges for me. Let me take them and invite them to a next step and put them in my barrel, and I'd find another one. And I'd find another one. And sometimes I'd find one and I'd go, this person's not right. And I wouldn't put them in the barrel because it's important to put really good ingredients in this barrel because they mature over time. And so if you put a bad thing in there, it just sort of messes up the whole lot. So what you put in actually works to what you put out. And so I create this place, this thing, this barrel. And really, a barrel is very much like a community, a place where you can congregate with other people. It's got a few rules, and there are all sorts of rules around it. I've created actually a 7-step process, which I think what I'll do is I'm going to get the URL, and I'm going to put this in here. Actually, you might be able to see it if I flip to where is it? This one here. Let's bring that slide up. You might be able to actually take a screen grab of that. Now pause the video if you need to. You can actually pick it up there. But I'm also going to put it in the chat. So here's the link to russellpearsonprograms.com, and you can actually get the 7 different things that I do to make this barrel work. Now, a barrel, again, it's very much like a community. It has someone leading it. It has people that help in it. It has sort of the things that we say and do around here, very much like, not rituals necessarily, but the way we do things around here. It has that place where we can all come together, and at the end of the day, it has ways for its members to contribute, and that's the contribution that allows you to have these conversations with people. So people mature in here because they get to know you. It's a form of nurture without having to do this consistent nonsense around marketing nurture, right? You actually get to build relationships with real people. And when it's time to actually get clients, you go, all right, well, we're going to tap it. Because that's the cool thing about a barrel is you can tap it. And you tap it, you put a little tap on it, you get a little handle, and you can turn it on and turn it off. So as you turn it on, because the clients have been maturing in there, because they know you, they trust you, they like you, you like them, you've decided that you like them, you want to keep them in your barrel, it means that they've started to understand how you can help them, but more importantly is that you understand how you can help them. And it's much easier to have that conversation of, John, maybe it's about time that we actually started working together, rather than waiting for someone to come to you, which is like waiting for the phone to ring, waiting for the message to come through, right? Good to see you, Gordon. And so when you want, you turn the tap on, and out come these big fat stars because they've had time to mature. They've become better. They're better quality clients because what you find out through this process is what are the outcomes that this person want? What do they really want to achieve rather than the little task-based delivery piece, the little service that a lot of people are coming to you for? You're really talking to outcomes. And so you can catch these people in a nice sized jug. You've got a really nice sales process that's going to take care of them, bring them into that. And at the end of the day, you're going to have clients on tap. Now, this is a process. It's conceptual, but almost every business can actually bring it into the way you do business to improve your outcomes, to improve your prospects. It enables you to have a barrel of prospects when you need them, and it becomes an amazing asset for your business. Now, the final thing you need to do on this is you've actually got to name it, right? So you put a label on it, and there are 3 things that you want to do on that label. And I'd love you, even in the comments, to do this with me, right? So on the label we have, who is your audience? Who is the specific audience that you want to have in your barrel? Ideally, it's your market, right? So who's your audience? What do they want? Specifically, what do they want? Not what do they need, what do they want from the things that you deliver? So, for instance, with mine, I want to talk to consultants, advisors, and experts who specifically want better clients or higher fees, and what don't they want? What is the thing that they want to avoid? What is the yay without the boo? Well, what they want to avoid is spending more time and money, right? At the end of the day, that's the thing. There's not enough, what do they say? Not enough month at the end of the money. There's too much month at the end of the money. And also that they just don't have enough time. They're very, very busy individuals. So you put this label on the end of it. So that's just one of the examples of how you go about building a barrel. That's the concept. That's one of the steps that you would take of the 7. And if you click that link, you'll be able to actually find where the rest of them are. I'm going to really quickly show you this one again. And then I'm going to sign off because I've got to run to another meeting. But it's been fantastic to share this concept with you. It's a new concept that we've really brought to the front of a lot of the work we're doing, and clients are succeeding with it because not only are they just taking a concept and running with it, they're making it very specific to their audience, and they're building it in a way that matches their lifestyle. So they're not having to do what I was doing back then, which is run around in the middle of the early hours of the morning, late at night, going to networking functions and going all these different places where I can actually bring people to me and actually bring them into my world. My name's Russell Pearson. I'd love you to click on that, russellpearsonprograms.com. Until next time, stay passionate, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.